International Boxing News. I'm delighted to be here with Sam Noakes, Maidstone's big puncher. Sam, so been out for a while with injury, but
yeah, 8 months it's been. 8 months.
no soft touches for you. Straight into a 12-rounder.
Yep.
Is it Mr. McCord?
Yeah, Calvin McCord, yeah, what's his name?
Unbeaten, so...
Yeah, 12-0, good fighter, yeah, it's nice, tough, back on the scene with a bang, isn't I? But I think after a slow year, I mean, getting the Commonwealth fight at the O2, I mean, I'm very happy with that. Like, I've got a good team behind me, get me for the big fights, and that's what I want.
So this is for the Commonwealth, as you said, so fair to say the business part of your career starts here on?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, it's the first of the big nights, isn't it, yeah.
Yeah, so is this the first 12-rounder?
Yeah, it'll be my first 12, yeah. Although I don't want it to go 12, to be honest with you.
The way you're fighting,
yeah,
it's unlikely.
I've been saying about getting a 10 and 10 since the start of the career, yeah, and if I get 10 wins, 9 knockouts, I'll be livid.
Yeah, some of my colleagues online are saying you've got the longest KO streak in
I think
British
from debut, I think it is, but
Uh-huh.
I think someone done a post on Twitter, and I think the one who's got the most is Fabio Wardley.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's on about 13, so we'll get number 10 out of the way, and then I'm going to be chasing him.
And you are already at the title level, though, so it's
Yeah.
arguably more impressive.
Oh, cheers, mate, cheers.
Hey, and I'm a big Fabio Woodley fan, so... But yeah, what a night here at the tumultuously raucous O2. Not noisy at the moment, but it will be fight
yeah,
night.
It'll be very noisy.
Is it going to be the biggest arena you've ever fought in?
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, I think it will be. Yeah, I don't know what the biggest one will be from. I've done Wembley. I think probably my favourite one I've boxed in so far probably be the Albert Hall, and that's about 6,500. I think this is a little bit bigger than 6,500, isn't it?
Yeah, this packed out will be 20,000, so quite a night. Yeah, what do you know about your opponent?
He's a good boxer. He's got 12 wins, obviously. He had a good amateur career. I mean, he's going to be tough and fit, and he ain't going to want to be losing his O, so to speak. So it's going to be a good fight. I mean, it's a good test. It's nice to be in that bit more of a 50-50 fight, a bit more of an edge. Makes it that bit more meaningful, and obviously with the Commonwealth title as well. I mean, that's a big title to get. Like, I'm very excited.
Yeah, and rightly so. I guess I don't need to tell you that winning that puts you well in the periphery of the sort of world scene.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, we've got a long way to go to that, yeah, and I think get this, defend it a few times, then maybe get the British back end of the year and then push on. I want to do it all properly. I want to do like the domestic scene first, then push on.
Oh, interesting, because I was trying to second guess what Frank's got in mind. I noticed he's got Ivan Mendy v Baranchik for the European on the Fury undercard. You know, there's usually that Commonwealth European British title weight.
I don't know too much about the politics of it all. I do as I'm told, to be honest with you. But if I had my way, I'd like to win it domestically first. You know what I'm saying? Be number one in domestically, then push on. Do you know what I'm saying? Because then more world title fights and things ain't gonna be no easy. Do you know what I'm saying? There's no fast track towards that. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't want to just fight a world title and then, like you say, not be ready for it or whatever, and then you lose or whatever. I'd rather take the time and do it all properly and get there at the right moment. Do you know what I'm saying?
Of course, and you're still young, so it's not like somebody's fighting.
I'm getting on now. I'm 25 now. I'm getting on. It's all downhill from here.
Look at guys like Joyce, nearly 40, still waiting for their title.
Right,
So you've got plenty of time. But did you see the all Welsh duel between Gwynne and Woodruff?
I didn't watch it, and I couldn't find it. Because I think I was on holiday when it was on. I was in Italy, and I was trying to find it, but I couldn't watch it. But I heard Woodruff boxed well, and they got the draw, didn't they? They got the draw. So yeah, I mean, there'll probably be a few fights time down the line, I imagine.
Yeah, if you want the British, I guess Gwynne's the man in the way.
Yeah, he's got to get in it. So yeah. I'm looking towards them, maybe back end of next year.
So how do you assess the lightweight scene in the UK? Some talented fighters.
Yeah, I mean, it's a talented fighters. I think, like, as a young prospect coming through, I think you've got to give them the respect they deserve. In it, you might think that you're technically better than them, or you have more to offer than them, but you ain't been in them 12 rounds deep in. Do you know what I mean? Deep in the trenches. So I'll give the boys the respect they deserve for the minute. But I mean, once I get a few more of them 12 rounders under my belt, then that's what I'll be pushing for. I do want that British title.
And any of the other prospects that you look at that could make a potential super fight down the line?
Yeah, you got Mark Chamberlain, didn't you? That's what you're all sort of itching towards. Yeah, I mean, that will come. I mean, I don't know what's Frank's plans with that, whether it's in a rush, but back end of next year, maybe 2024, who knows? You know what I'm saying? When it comes, I'm ready for it.
Two big punches, always mouth-watering.
That's what I'm saying. It'll be a good scrap.
You still comfortable at lightweight? You think you can make that for the foreseeable future?
Yeah, I reckon I should be alright, to be honest. I mean, like, obviously losing weight ain't nice for no one. It's a lot nicer going on than coming off. But I mean, I've not grown since I've been an amateur anyway. I mean, I used to fight at light welter as an amateur, 64 kilos, so I wouldn't say I've got any taller. I'm 5'9", and I.
Talking of the amateurs, of course you have that great pedigree. Did you come across any of these potential rivals in the amateurs?
I've seen Mark Chamberlain on the circuit before. Obviously, he was Southern Counties as well, coming down from Portsmouth, but he was under 60s, so he was the weight below. So obviously, we never fought. But as in other people that I've seen on the list, not really yet. I don't know. I'm not too sure that I've seen. I think some, because where I've dropped down from what I was an amateur. Obviously, the other boys are sort of the weight above. For example, like Dalton Smith. Obviously, you've heard of him on the amateur circuit, quite a big name, but he was my weight when I was an amateur. But obviously, he's now way above as a pro.
Oh, right. Did you and Dalton ever fight?
No, we didn't. No.
Oh, okay. I was thinking that could be a hell of a fight down the line.
Mate, would it? Some fighter, mate.
Yeah. And there's of course Adam Azim, the golden boy over at Sky.
Another good fight. Yeah, he was a bit younger than I was, wasn't he? Was he 20 now?
He's only 20.
Yeah. So I'm saying, so he was still juniors when I was senior.
Do you keep an eye on the world scene just as a fan? Of course, we've got an undisputed champ at the moment. But
yeah, you got Devin Haney in you. I mean, I didn't get up and watch them fights, no, because I thought it was a clear winner for me with Devin Haney. Yeah, but like they're all top fighters, aren't they? They're all top fighters, and you mentioned all them top fighters like your Garcias, your Javante Davis, Devin Haney. They're all unbelievable when they're flying, aren't they?
Yeah, politics of it seems to be getting in the way of the best fights.
Yeah, I think that Garcia or Davis would be a good scrap.
Oh, that would be a banger if it could be made. Who do you think's the best lightweight in the world at the moment?
The best? You got to say Devin Haney. He's the unified champion. You got to give him the respect he deserves, I think. But I mean, like him and Tank. You don't know. That's Tank's a big puncher, isn't he? I mean, he's knocked out 25 of his 27 wins, or whatever. So I don't know. I think that having that big punch does out.
Overlooking Loma a bit, people seem to have forgotten about him.
I did forget about him. I mean, yeah, but I suppose I think Loma beats Devin Haney, personally. I mean, when he come back, obviously he lost to Lopez, didn't he? I think that was more of a bad night for him, really. And then he come back and he boxed a Japanese fella, didn't he, and stopped him. So yeah, I'll never rule him out. I mean, he's a class fighter, isn't he?
And of course, Shakur's
Shakur Stevens coming up and all, and it's getting tough, mate. Can't even say, they'll be gone by the time I get out there. Either they're my age, some of them are even younger than I am.
Yeah, but I'm sure as a fighter, you want those are the sort of fighters that you dream of fighting, really.
Yeah, of course, you're talking big money there, aren't you? You're getting in the ring with them boys, bloody hell.
How far away from that level do you think you are?
I'd say a few years, yeah. I mean, you're not seeing the best of me yet. I've still got a lot of learning to do. So I'm not big-headed enough to think that I'm ready to get on there and start knocking these geezers out, because I ain't, not yet, but it will come.
If you could do some sparring with one of these top guys, who would you choose? Who do you think you could learn the most off?
I'd probably say Devin Haney, I reckon, because he's a bit of a tricky boxer, isn't he?
Okay.
I reckon that'd be good. I think Lomachenko would be hard work, mate, to be honest. Ping, ping, ping all over the place. He will be too old by the time I get out there, I reckon.
Yeah.
Leave him where he's at.
If that fight with Haney comes off, let's hope Haney ages him a bit more. So. All right, Sam. Absolute pleasure speaking to you for the first time. Good luck Saturday night. If you're the Commonwealth champ, we can see some big fights for you next year.
I'm looking forward to it.
All right. Thanks for your time and see you Saturday.
No problem.